I'm building a custom Firebird guitar, and at last it's time for my favourite part of the build. That's right, get to carve the neck. Okay, so it's time to get underway with this neck carve, and to be honest, I think this could be quite an awkward job. Normally on a guitar build, we would have carved the neck long before it ever joined the body, but of course this is a neck through, so we don't have that option. And what that means is work holding on this job could be something of a problem. So I'm going to take a little bit of time and work out a way that I can get this secure so it's not going to be moving around while I'm working on it. And I think that is going to involve somehow clamping this down on the bench in such a way that I can still get to and work on the bulk of the neck, but I'm just not sure what that's going to look like yet. So I'm going to go away and have a think about this, and then I'll join you back when it's all set up. Okay, so I think I'll get somewhere with that. All I've done is I've kind of clamped this down onto the bench with a big block of wood underneath, and then I've got my little neck rest underneath the headstock to support that. Hopefully that will be good enough. What I can do with the design of this body is once I've got a certain way into this, I can actually get it into the vise and work on one side of the neck, then flip it over and work on the other. But for the first instance, I need it kind of flat so I can get the shapes cut in at the 1st and the 12th fret. Now I've already marked these, and I'm just going to put a guideline right the way across the back of the neck at those positions. They don't have to be massively accurate, that's just a way for you to understand where those positions are. And the next thing I need to do is reinstate the centre line on the back of the neck. Now, handily, the multi-laminate nature of this neck has made it quite easy to position the centre line, and I think also the fact that there's the multiple laminates will help me when I'm putting the facets in as well. So the first thing I need to do is dig out a couple of templates, and then we can get the positions at the 1st and 12th fret sorted out. Okay, so I've got my 2 templates. Got my Shinto saw rasp, so I'm just going to start at the 1st fret, work my way down until this template fits, and then we'll switch to the 12th fret position and do exactly the same. Okay, so that first setup wasn't working at all, so I've reverted to my old neck holding jig. It's not really designed for a neck like this, but it is doing the job a little bit better. And I've got the profile carved in at the 1st fret. I'm leaving this a little bit thick. I like a thick neck, so I'm going to leave this a bit beefy at the moment, and then if it's a bit too much I can refine it later on. But I think we're roughly where we need to be with that. So now I'm going to move up the other end of the neck and start doing the profile at the 12th fret. Okay, so that's the 1st and the 12th fret positions roughed in, and what I'm going to do now is start putting a couple of very rough facets into the length of this neck. And what that involves is kind of basically halving the distance between the centre line and the edge of the neck and putting a line through, and then doing the same on the side of the neck, and then taking that material out with the rasp in a straight faceted line. Once we've done that, we can then go about kind of halving those and halving them again until we eventually notch our way through to a shape that is very kind of similar to what we put in with the templates. And if we do it that way, we'll make sure that we keep everything straight and roughly how we need it. We can then transfer onto some carving files and some rough sandpaper and true that all up and make it into a nice, smooth, comfortable neck profile. Now, I've done a bunch of these in the past, and like I said, I've got these lines of the laminations in the neck, so that's given me a very rough idea of kind of where the center of these facets needs to be. So I'm just going to eyeball it, to be honest. Obviously, if you haven't done quite so many, it might be an idea to actually measure it. Now, you do need to be a little bit careful because obviously it's much easier to take material off than it is to put it back on again. But once you've got your eye in with this, you're kind of quite easily able to see where you're going. Okay, let's get a bit more material off. Okay, so that's the bulk of the roughing in work done. It's still a little bit notchy in places and there's a few bumps that I need to work out. I can feel it's a little bit notchy there, so I'll need to do a little bit more work there. But most of it is pretty good. What I'll do is once I've tidied it up a little bit, I'll just go over it with a block and some really rough sandpaper, something like 60 grit, just to like flatten and smooth the whole thing out. I'm not going to go too mad because it's really difficult to get these right until you've put the transitions in, and I'm not going to do those just yet, but I'll concentrate on getting this section as nice as I can before we move on. Now, I didn't really mark this up too much once I'd put the initial facets in. I've done this a bunch of times. Experience has kind of enabled me to use my eye more than a pencil. I would recommend, if you haven't done that many neck carves, go with the method of penciling the lines in at every stage until you're at a stage where you can sand. It's very easy to mess these up, especially when you haven't done many. So kind of do as I say, not as I do in this instance. Right, so I'm just going to take one of these Irisaka carving files and just kind of tidy this area around the first fret up. Now, some of you might be looking at it and thinking, my God, that's a beefy neck. I do like a bit of meat on my neck, so it is quite a thick one. Obviously, if you're not that way inclined, carve them a bit thinner. Okay, so all this is a bit of 60 grit paper on a flat block. And that will very quickly flatten out any lumps or bumps that you might have. And then you can just kind of check then with a straight edge. It's rising up there, so I need to do something about that once I've done the transition. But apart from that, I think the bulk of it in the middle of the neck is pretty much where we need it to be. So the next job is to start carving these transitions in, but I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to leave that till next time. This is quite a long job and we'll be kind of running out of time on this episode. So I'm going to pick up on that next time. So as always, don't forget to like if you've enjoyed this, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.